everybody. Welcome to a new series which is called, in honor of Jerry Seinfeld, Historians in Cars with Coffee. And with me is Dr. Warren Dockter, and we are somewhere between Knoxville and Nashville. And we are going to tell you, or more specifically, Warren is going to tell you about the conference which we are starting tomorrow in Knoxville. So take it away.
So the conference is something that we put together at the East Tennessee Historical Society with lots of sponsors and community partners, including the Tennessee Holocaust Commission, Tennessee State Museum, the Medal of Honor Museum in Chattanooga, as well as the Churchill Society of Tennessee and many others. And the conference is called Over There, and it's about East Tennessee, or Tennessee and her allies in the Second World War. But one of the things we wanted to focus on was kind of a knowledge exchange between British historiography and American historiography, particularly around things like Oak Ridge and the bomb. And some of the things that we're going to try to explore here is exactly how important Churchill was to Tennesseans at the time. How important, what kind of contributions Tennessee made to the Second World War, and to just sort of get into it all. We're really excited. We're driving right now to Nashville to hear our good friend Alan Packwood talk about Churchill's D-Day, and this is all being done in many ways as a way to mark D-Day, even though we're past D-Day. We're now I guess D-Day plus 32 or something. But
well, the war was still going on.
Of course it was. Yeah. And so. We're just really excited to be doing this conference from our perspective, and we're so fantastically grateful to Richard and Alan for coming over to Tennessee, and for us to just to exchange our different ideas and knowledge, and to learn more about Churchill as ever, and to also learn about the Second World War.
We're also in the vicinity of Cordell Hull State Park.
Yeah, we're passing, I think, the exit for it.
And just in case anybody doesn't know, Cordell Hull was Roosevelt's Secretary of State until it was at the end of 1944 that he gave up.
I believe that's right, yeah.
So it was kind of a big deal.
Tremendously important deal, yeah. So we're passing Cordell Hull, and there's also a dam, I think, named for Cordell Hull here in Tennessee. And you mentioned Jerry Seinfeld earlier. I mean, obviously, we really love the idea of historians in cars with coffee. And I also want to give a tremendous shout out to Larry David, who I understand is a history buff as well and is really interested in the Civil War. At least that's what Instagram would have me believe. So he must be interested in the Second World War.
It must be true.
It must be. Anything on the internet's true. God, I hope not. But I think one of the things that's really interesting is there's so much work done on the Second World War, because in many ways the Second World War still exists in the imagination of most people because of shows like Band of Brothers and the Pacific. And then recently there was Masters of Air. And what we try to do in these conferences is highlight little things maybe people forget. So for instance, the bomb sites that were often used in B-17 bombers, and then later some of the later iterations of the like the B-24 or B-21. I'm not an aviation guy, as you know, but were actually manufactured in Knoxville. So that's one of the things that we'll be talking about. And one of the first speakers that will open the conference is one of the Knoxville sort of leading local historian legend. His name is Jack Neely, and he'll be discussing Knoxville on the home front and how Knoxville contributed to the war effort. So it's going to be an awesome conference.
Yes, and we're going to be less socially awkward than Larry David.
Well, no promises there.